Ceremony is underway. Let's listen in.
Department of Defense in Arlington County, Virginia.
Yes, good morning, you guys. Wanted to tell you that speaking right now at the podium is retired San Diego Fire Department Captain Ron Edrozo. He was deployed to Ground Zero as part of the California Urban Search and Rescue Team. He is right now talking to the group of students who are prospective firefighters. Let's listen in for just a moment.
Hijackers. On October 2001, the United States sent armed forces to Afghanistan, and many men and women of our American as well as NATO forces have paid the awesome price for freedom. So I want to thank all you future firefighters, all you that have served or still are serving in the military. Thank you for your service.
Captain Edrozo, as we have learned, was Ground Zero. He was part of a team that recovered the body of a Port Authority officer in New York City.
I was talking to Elizabeth, who's our reporter here today from KUSI, about the significance of this event to the fire service, and reminded her that there are firefighters and others that were involved in the incident that have tattoos on their body that say 9/11 never forget, and that's pretty significant commitment to your service when you look in the mirror every day and you're reminded of it. There was recently a funeral for a senator, and a number of people spoke there, including two presidents, and one of the presidents was talking about the senator's service to his country, and I wrote this down when he said it. He said that John McCain knew that there's a special satisfaction in serving a cause greater than yourself. Not many people get a chance to do that. You're entering on a career that does exactly that. You're entering on a career that will allow you to serve a cause greater than yourself, and it's helping your fellow man. Now, I've been a college teacher for quite a while. I retired from the fire service many years ago, but when people introduce me, they don't introduce me as a teacher. They introduce me as Dennis used to be a firefighter. The community at large will look up to you. They will hold you in very high esteem because of the history that this job brings with it. As you drive down the fire service, hopefully soon, or down the street, hopefully soon, in a fire engine or truck, you'll find adults and children waving at you because they're happy to see you. They're not waving at you personally, obviously, because they don't know you. What they're waving at is what you do, their honor service that you provide to the community. They know that on their worst day, they can call and that you will be there and nothing's going to stop you. And when you get there, things are going to get better. It's a very special responsibility in any community, and you're going to become part of that. The day that they hang a badge on you is a day you're never going to forget. The chief's going to shake your hand and say, welcome to this organization. And in that moment, regardless of who you are, where you came from, what your family situation is, your family is going to expand exponentially because you will pick up thousands of brothers and sisters in the fire service that have come before you. And we'll stand shoulder to shoulder with you wherever you go. And we'll make a sacrifice if you have to make a sacrifice. So what's with the bell ceremony? Elizabeth asked me that this morning. We see people ringing the bell, but we really don't know what that's about. This is what it's about. The fire service is rich with ceremony, custom, and tradition. The custom of rendering final honors to our fallen brothers and sisters has its origin in the fire department of the city of New York, where many years ago, long before the advent of radios, pagers, fire alarms, fire alarms and daily announcements were dispatched from central headquarters to outlying firehouses by a system of bell commands and telegraph. Each type of alarm or announcement would have its own number and series of bell strikes. When a firefighter died in the line of duty, or when some important official or personage died,
and he's explaining the history and the significance of why we ring the bell.
with a slight pause between
In a moment, they will be
series.
ringing the bell as a way to honor the more than
This was
3,000,
done a long ago as
300 New York City firefighters who were killed. Once again, as he said, the ceremony, the Fire Tech Academy decided to do this as also a way for these young students, who many of them were very, very young, some of them even babies when 9/11 happened 17 years ago, as a way to pass on the significance, the importance of what it is being a firefighter.
That's the fire department term. Those bells used to come in a signal that sounded like tapping sometimes. So we still have that with us. It's an East Coast custom, but it's a custom we're honoring today because we're talking about the loss of our East Coast brothers. The custom has continued down to the present day. This form of rendering final honors to departed comrades is known as in the fire service as striking the 4 5s.
Company, attention!
So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to join us in a moment of silence for the 343 brave City of New York firefighters lost in the attack on the World Trade Center 17 years ago this morning.
Once again, the 9/11 Remembrance event happening here as part of the Fire Tech program at Miramar. The ringing of the bell ceremony has been complete. A significant moment not only for the retired fire captain Ron Edrozo, who rang that bell because he was there at Ground Zero in the aftermath as part of the California Urban Search and Rescue Team, but also because this is a moment and an event that is being passed on so that these young prospective firefighters can come to understand the significance of what it is like to be a firefighter.
Carry on. Thank you very much.
As they say, we will never forget 9/11. We will never forget. Carlos and Lisa will send. Carlos and Lauren, send it back to you.
An impressive demonstration there, and the ringing of the bell pointed. Of course, as you said, he was there and knows what it was like on 9/11, and something that will be imprinted on these young students' minds. Thanks so much, Liz.
And the national